Muy buenas chicos, chicas, bienvenidos un día más a ZampaJuegos. Estoy aquí estoy aquí haciendo este directo para ver si se me pasa el tiempo más entretenido. Vamos a ver. Si se me pasa la tarde un poquito mejor, vamos a darle. Vamos a continuar donde lo dejamos la última vez, que no me acuerdo. Y vamos a ver si pasamos la tarde un ratito investigando algún caso. Y con cuidado con el tema del virus. Está la cosa chunga, sobre todo en Mallorca. Vamos a intentar llevarlo todo lo mejor posible dentro de una medida de precaución de máxima seguridad.
What's going on? That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you're out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple hundred other people. Stand aside. He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find. Which is Hammond's locker?
Vamos a ver.
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I, plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy. Nothing significant.
El otro guante.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Nada. Bienvenidos a todos aquellos que están en el chat.
You look troubled.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Can I help, Courtney? Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay.
Stichu, bienvenidos. Buenas tardes.
Whatever
¿Qué
you
tal?
say, we'll never leave this room.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons, for short-term gain. We came home from China on the Cool Ridge.
The morphine robbery.
That was us. I thought I could get the guys a fair share. Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
I will transact to take all the narcotic off your hands. And you can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Menudo mafioso.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
You're a magician, Doctor.
Vale, vamos a ver. ¿No hay mucha cosa más por aquí o qué?
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
Mal rollo, eh?
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Mal rollo.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel L.A.Noire, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thank you. You know the place?
Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
You seem to have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
El mar. Hotel. Chippy Rates. Rates se escribe así en mallorquín.
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate in the cartons.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Hola, loco. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Un abrazo muy grande. No sé cuál de esto, así que voy a pillar. Vamos a ver.
Winston Churchill. A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
Hombre, Jin, bienvenido, ¿cómo estamos? Un abrazo, gracias por pasarte. Estoy buscando la habitación 207, es aquí, justo enfrente de la escalera.
Door's unlocked. Looks like he's had a broad up here.
Vale, vamos a ver.
Does Albert have somebody special? Wait.
Qué raro.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts. He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
Nope.
La gente deja pistas por todos lados.
Looks like Albert has been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little nest egg.
Pues sí. Y más para aquella época. Vamos a ver.
Gives us an angle if he has a real love interest.
Vale, los labios de una mujer. Marcados en el cigarrillo.
It's still warm. Another window exit. Must have just missed him.
¿Y este?
The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
I don't think so.
Aquí no puedo coger nada más. Ay, por Dios. Algo hay por aquí que me estoy dejando. Algo hay que me estoy dejando.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Bueno, se ve que se quiere comprar una casa, pues como todo el mundo, ¿no? Venga, va, ¿dónde está la pista aquí? Aquí.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer. All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Vamos allá. Con buena musiquita.
So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
The only prize for taking a fall.
Madre mía, qué dominio de la conducción. Pues nada, chicos, compartid el directo a todos aquellos que estáis aquí. Sería un placer que me ayudaseis. Ah, nos vamos a un motel. Vale.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about?
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she
Uy,
sounds.
vamos a tener
All
que
these gentlemen callers.
usar la pistolita, ya me lo voy a venir. Lo llevo bien, lo estoy disfrutando mucho, el Toulouse.
And you know where he's hiding. Now tell me where he is before I cut you.
I told you I haven't seen it.
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a
This isn't
goddamn
gonna end well for
arrangement!
you, friend.
Coño. Hostia, no me acuerdo de los botones. Mierda. Estoy mirando el chat y no me acuerdo de los botones. Pues lo llevo bien el Toulouse. Lo estoy disfrutando mucho. Estoy guardando los capítulos que estoy guardando.
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a
This
goddamn
isn't gonna end well for you, friend.
Prometheus, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido. Toma, boxeador.
Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute, take a look around.
Vamos a mirar quién es el tipejo este.
Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers?
¿Ya te acuerdas del nombre del protagonista, Zampa? Bueno, Joel, ¿no? Del T-Last es Joel. Sí. Y este es Cole. Vale, vamos a ver.
She's leaving town.
Vamos chicos, a ver si compartimos el directo y me ayudáis un poquito. Esto parece interesante, vamos a ver.
Single ticket. One way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio. Scania sails from New York.
Mira. Perfecto. Vamos a ver.
Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure, I've had worse.
Sí, no me acordaba, Prometheus. Bueno, vamos a ver si soy capaz, a ver si me podéis ayudar con el tema de las pistas, ¿vale? Tenemos que hacerle 3 preguntas. Vamos a ver, Prometheus y Jin, si... Bien, jeje. Ayer con lo de me gusta mucho, sí, es que no vea. A ver si me podéis ayudar con lo de las preguntas. Vamos a hacer la primera pregunta, ¿vale? Vamos a ver vosotros qué opináis. Vamos allá.
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
Vamos a ver, vosotros qué creéis. Que poli bueno, poli malo, acusar. ¿Qué hago con esta? Tiene cara de lista. Tiene cara de lista, pero puede ser que diga la verdad. A ver, escribid aquí. Escribid aquí, a ver, vosotros qué opináis. Me gustaría saber cuándo os ha encendido el cigarrillo también. Venga, id escribiendo en el chat lo que vosotros creéis. ¿Qué creéis? A ver, trátale bien. Poli bueno, Jin. Vale, poli bueno. Prometheus. Stichu.
You gonna stand around here all day? A girl's got things to do.
Vale, si se hace la lista aprieto, ¿no? Vale, vale. Venga, va, te haré caso, Jin.
You know he won the fight. You know people are after him.
I walked out on him. I'm sick of waiting around for him, nursing him when he's busted up, listening to his faded dreams. I got dreams too, you know.
I'm sure you have.
Vale, le hemos cagado. Jin. Mal, muy mal. Vamos mal. Vamos a ver. Lista de apuestas recuperada.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
Vamos a apretarle un poquito, ¿eh? Jin, yo creo que hay que apretarle un poquito. Poli malo.
Give up these men, Miss Edwards, and we'll think about letting these charges against you slide.
What? Charges against me? All I did was try and look out for Albert. Now he skips out and I have to take beatings for him as well?
Vale, fatal. Fatal, fatal, pero fatal de fatal. Vale. Planes para dejar la ciudad.
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. He'll be lucky if he can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
Get out of your way, Candy.
Una de tres.
I know you're a busy lady.
Like I said, I've done nothing wrong.
The LAPD expects a little more cooperation. You'd better watch your back, sister. Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Saca la llave y pónsela en la nuca. La pica verás cómo habla, eso es verdad. Poli malo. Prometheus, llegas tarde, ya la hemos cagado.
See where she goes.
Vamos, que se han pegado aquí toda la noche esperando que venga. Y no los ve, me vas a decir que no los ve.
Tail is broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Vaya, ya nos ha pillado, pero de bellón. Nos ha pillado de bellón, empezamos bien. No sirvo ni para seguir a la peña. Qué pena.
Tail is broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Venga, vamos a ver. Mierda que viene, ¿eh? Me cago en la madre que la parió. ¿Cómo sabe que estoy ahí? Pero será posible. ¿Otra vez? A ver, no se puede quitar esta mierda. No, no se puede quitar.
Tail is broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Bueno, voy a emplear otra táctica. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Me cago en la madre que la parió, pero sí. Sí, quiero soltarlo. Esto es una mierda. Venga, fuera. A tomar por culo, hombre. No sirvo para seguir mujeres. Vamos a ver. Vaya. Sí. Yo lo jugué en PS3 hace muchísimo tiempo. Y la verdad que me gustó mucho. La verdad es muy bueno. Muy lento. Pero es lento, es un juego muy lento. Ay, la furgoneta esa. Me cago en la madre que la parió. No puede ser, hombre. No puede ser que me encuentre tantas veces. ¿Dónde está? Me parece a mí que el directo se va a completar ya, porque me tiene harto. Vamos, me lo voy a tomar con tranquilidad, ¿vale? Voy a intentar no seguirla tanto de cerca. Sí, voy lento, pero tampoco quiero que se me escape. Bueno, parece que ahora lo he hecho bien.
Bookmakers?
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Vale, vamos allá.
A blonde woman just came in here.
Alice, she cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
Vale.
What are you doing?
An old intelligence trick from the Marines.
Vaya, no sabía yo este truco, ¿eh? Habrá que aprenderlo. Droguería Examiner.
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
No me lo puedo creer. Estamos 5 personas en el directo, chicos. Gracias. Compartid el directo si os apetece.
Further to your request, Bumco Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquors, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee.
Quita, coño, de medio.
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is,
what are you doing?
Nada, no pasa nada, es un golpecito, eso no es nada.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Voy lento, Prometheus, he ido lento, pero la tía no veas, tiene una vista. Uy, un poco más y hago un perfil. Ya podrían arreglar un poco el cartel.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Vamos a ver, junto al teléfono.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast.
Vamos a usar el teléfono. Antiguamente se hacía así, no había otra manera. Hoy en día con los ordenadores y GPS y todo lo pillan todo al momento.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company? Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood?
Yes, sir. Sent one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Vamos allá. ¿Dónde está el Ferrari? Pistas. Lugares. Hay que examinar la droguería. Todavía no hemos terminado con la droguería.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Son, you're a couple of slates short of a 4.
Vale.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
Muy bien, pues vamos para allá. Es un juego que te pone en el lado de la policía, un juego que en su momento fue innovador.
The limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop.
Cojones, macho, ¿dónde te has sacado el carnet, hijo? Madre mía.
What's wrong with you?
Estoy nervioso. No me agobies. ¿Va a salir?
Son of a bitch!
Supongo que habrá que elegir seguir al taxi.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
Ya estamos con el internet.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
Vamos poco a poco.
How many stops is she gonna make?
Pero si no se ve, hombre.
We're spotted. Back off. Back off.
No, no nos han pillado, tranquilo.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
Hey! Fuck you!
Hostia, no me jodas. Que me ha vuelto a pillar. ¿Y qué es lo que tengo que hacer aquí para que no me pille la petarda esta?
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
Asegúrate que no te vea, claro.
The work environment is no place.
No me puedo sentar ni nada, ¿no? Joder, macho. Bueno, ¿y qué hago? ¿Me escondo en el váter o algo? A ver, ¿qué hago? Voy a intentarlo, va.
She's heading inside.
Algo tendré que hacer.
I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her...
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's empty.
Hostia.
Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
Car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
.32 caliber. One shot fired.
Vale, vamos a mirar todas las pistas que haya por aquí.
The Egyptian Theater.
So, what now?
The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Vale, pues vamos al teatro. ¿No puedes aparcar más lejos? Vale, vamos allá.
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her.
Bueno, tampoco está muy
We need to
lejos.
leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Por aquí no es.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Está por aquí, seguro, pero...
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best, kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money, all I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake.
I'm wide open here.
Find some cover.
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead. Hammond too when I find him.
Move, I gotcha. Where are you? You limey cocksucker.
Stay in cover.
You're covered, Kel. You're clear. Go.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
Move, I gotcha.
Madre mía, cuánta peña. ¿Dónde sale tanta peña?
Push forward.
Vale. Lo hemos conseguido. Mira la cara del compañero.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
I'm
Por-
hearing rumors
por no haber
of a
apostado.
fight that was fixed, of gangsters looking to get square, that LAPD cops might be involved. Either of you two sons of bitches know anything about that?
No, sir.
So, the dead wop who turned up in this theater, who used to be a boxing manager, who murdered Candy Edwards, has nothing to do with the fix?
Absolutely not.
Earl, you're doing venereal disease citations until you can learn to stop lying to me. Phelps, got anything to add?
No, sir.
Get your uniform from your locker. You're back on the street.
Hostia. Pistas encontradas 11 de 11. Bueno. Tampoco está tan mal, pero no sé si ahora nos han descendido.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Ah, yo pensaba que nos habían descendido.
That bum took a swipe at me. Of yours anyway. I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science.
Pues sí, la verdad es que está la cosa chunga, tío.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Está la cosa chunga, Prometheus.
We're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her?
Por aquí está la calle, coño.
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of...
Phelps!
¡Vale! ¡Toma!
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of L.A. forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against life.
¡Quita, coño!
You idiot!
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Thanks.
Y en aquella época no debían haber muchos ascensores, ¿no?
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead. Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive and churned in the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly. Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
¿Mordeduras en los brazos? Debía estar delirando.
Very unusual ring.
wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the Surretts. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought Surretts and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Bueno, vamos a investigar la casa.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Bueno, al menos las pistas las vamos encontrando todas.
Looks like barbiturates. Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Por aquí no hay nada más. No.
Doesn't look like anything. This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look. Modeling assignment. It's a place to start. Girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Nada, no hay nada. Por aquí no hay nada. What?
It doesn't appear to be connected. Seems irrelevant. Optimistic, Cole. I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Needs to be notified.
That's just I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
So she wasn't mad at anyone in particular?
No, men were usually besotted with Miss Julia, not the other way around. I don't think Miss Julia was ever in love with anyone.
Me hemos cagado.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary's sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
Joder.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson.
De tres preguntas, una.
One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Vale. Pues nada.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Algo nos hemos dejado, pero bueno, ya vendremos luego.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye. I hope you got some money saved up.
Calla. Toma.
They're good police. How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything?
Look where you're going!
Calla.
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Watch out for the pedestrians!
No pasa nada, hombre. Podemos matarlos a todos. Hombre, Vicente, bienvenido, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Karenin? ¿Cómo llevas el Call of Duty?
Here, Stoneman, Office 505.
If we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
$505, si ya lo hemos visto abajo.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
Very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
She was disturbed, though.
Not in the conventional sense. She had trouble sleeping.
Mira, la hemos cagado. Madre mía, que malo soy para las preguntas, por Dios.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
¿Ya está? ¿Dos preguntas? Vaya. Pues vale.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when he said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of your own patient.
Los casos de cada vez se ponen más complicados.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
¡Toma! Ya están abajo del coche, lo han dejado ya aparcado con la hostia y todo. No tenemos muchas pistas, pero bueno, vamos a ver.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Aye.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Look, lady, you need to give me something. Do you know anybody who would have cause to harm Julia?
No. Really, Mr. Phelps. Julia's my friend. I don't know why anyone would want to hurt her. She's okay, isn't she?
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Bueno, vamos a ir por el novio de esta. Me parece que te ponía los cuernos con la otra.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Vamos para allá. Hombre, tiene muchos detalles muy buenos este juego, la verdad, que es una pasada.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
What the hell?
Calla, si el coche te lo paga la empresa. Vale, aparcado. Vamos. Ya que hay un parking, vale.
Cole, Roy, I I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Mal.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
¡Dios! ¡Qué muerte de mierda!
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Puerta 2 ha dicho, ¿no? 2, la 2 está...
Arnett is in interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
La 2.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Uy, no me ha gustado nada esa cara.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private? Heather won't have to know? Yes. We had relations.
¿Ves? Ya sabía yo que había rollo ahí.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Hemos cagado.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
He's a career criminal lying dead next door. Educated man like you wouldn't consort with criminals, would you?
No, I would not.
Madre mía, no damos ni una.
Fashion?
That's right.
Mary says he'll sing. If I guarantee he walks.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
salvage engagements.
Okinawa, a couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Que tú también llevas un descapotable, no te creas tú que llevas un coche.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Bueno, pero estamos discretos, hombre. Estamos aquí persiguiéndolo tranquilamente, hombre.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him and see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Joder, macho. Siempre me pillan, tío. Qué puta mierda. Vamos a ver.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Bueno, podemos oírlo desde la acera de enfrente.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Pues muy bien, chicos, lo vamos a dejar aquí, el directo de hoy. Ha sido un placer, todos aquellos que habéis estado, un placer que hayáis estado aquí. Y bueno, como digo siempre, en el próximo directo más y mejor. Gracias.